everybody, we're back. No video for other people. It's Discord finally removed their video option, so that sucks. But we're still here. We got two special guests. We got Andy Reid and Dan Jackson.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on, Jason?
Hi, Anime. Yeah, so give us suggestions of characters, and let's get into it. Let's start making dudes.
Yeah.
Hey, did you say we're not going to be like?
What? You cut out there, Dan.
Did you say that we're not going to be
This is a good bit, or you're cutting out right before you're about to say the important bit?
Yeah.
So,
I heard the first part.
Are we?
You can type it out.
You know what? Just go.
Okay. You guys got a suggestion for a character? Elsa. Okay. Let's do Elsa.
Elsa.
Daniel's typing
Oh,
something.
okay. No, we're not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had this whole set.
Oh, sorry.
There was a video set up, like a workaround, but Discord just cut it off today, which is stupid. They should be adding it now.
Elsa is she the Ice Queen, or is she the sister of the Ice Queen? I haven't seen.
I think she's the main character.
Yeah, she is. And Frozen.
Ice Queen of Frozen.
She's a real ice
Yeah.
queen.
You have ice magic. Okay. What's Elsa doing? She's in between movies. She's just going through the world.
She's on a press tour for Frozen 2.
Okay. You are on. Oh wait, Elsa's. Okay. Yeah.
What's that?
She could freeze stuff with her hands. Okay. You're on a press tour for Frozen 2. You come across a meat market that has no power, and their meat is thawing. An old man is standing outside crying.
Oh no.
Poor old man.
Yeah.
Should be a slam dunk.
He tells you he wants to go home, but his wife won't let him because she says it's dangerous out there in the cold. The old man asks if you can take him back to his house so he can warm up before heading back home. You agree to help him.
Okay, old man.
Oh. He wants to go home.
Yeah.
Poor old guy.
Yeah, mean market indeed.
His wife won't let him go home.
He's in the doghouse now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Take the old man back to his house.
He thanks you and thanks you again when you get back. You return to your hotel room with the old man and tell him you'll be right back.
Woo!
When you arrive at his house, you find that it's not quite as nice as he said it was. There's a broken down car in the driveway and the front door is open.
He just leaves this door open. This old man's in a dark neighborhood here.
Why did we bring him to our hotel room?
Now he knows where we live.
Yeah, that makes,
Go to his house.
Yeah.
that makes me wonder. Like, you know, like in
You enter.
gay porn, like in gay porn, do they have grandpa porn?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I feel like we need to preemptively freeze this old man.
Yeah.
If he even slightly moves away, we don't
You
like.
walk inside and see a mess. A few things look like they've been kicked over, but otherwise everything looks fine. The old man is sitting on the floor sobbing. He seems surprised by what you found. I'm sorry I didn't do more, he starts to say.
How did he get there? He's at our hotel room.
You grab his hand and hold it tightly. He doesn't resist or anything. He just sits there looking scared.
Okay.
It's okay, you say. We're going to get you home.
Okay. We froze his tears not with our powers, but with our words.
You grab his hand.
I'm very tempted to freeze the old man, but I feel like it's going towards a
Oh, my-
wholesome.
Yeah, let's. That would definitely murder him, right? Or is it
Yeah,
magical?
his brittle
freezing?
bones would shatter.
Oh man's been through enough.
This man he's. At first I thought he was terrible, but maybe. Oh, Andy's typing away.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. We could call it vanilla ice. Oh, okay. Okay.
The old man begins to cry harder. Thank you, he says. No problem, we all know who you are now. The old man nods and continues to cry. You leave the house and head towards the city. You hear some noise from the streets. It sounds like someone is trying to break into a house.
Oh yeah, here we go. Freeze the burglars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Investigate
Yeah.
that noise. Elsa's a vigilante now. You're making a lot of assumptions. Jason.
Yeah, you gotta make some assumptions here.
You run to the
Yeah.
house and find several people fighting each other. One of them is an older woman with long black hair and a large axe. She's holding a
Yeah.
knife to one of her opponent's throats.
Oh.
Another person is a young boy wearing a hooded cloak. They both seem to be shouting something about being bandits. Who are you? You ask.
It's not.
We're bandits.
It's
We're
not a good
bandits.
look for these people.
We're bandits.
This is either like a sex roleplay, a bandit roleplay that they're having, or
I like that the young boy is wearing a cloak.
Yeah.
a large axe. I saw it said a large ass, but
A big old ass.
yeah. And
You quickly disarm the two men and toss them aside. You then search the house and find nothing of interest. You decide to check out the burglar. You approach the boy and knock him out. You then examine the house. You find that the doors and windows are wide open. You also notice that the basement door is slightly ajar. You push it open and step inside.
oh yeah,
Wow.
Oh shit.
without looking, freeze everything in the bathroom. I'd hope. No, I'll just go with that.
Oh, you're gonna break some pipes.
Yeah.
You freeze everything in the bathroom, including
Oh
yourself.
no.
You feel
Oh.
very strange. You feel like you should be freezing, but instead you feel warm. You turn around and see a girl dressed in white. She smiles at you and touches your face. You stare at her for a moment and then suddenly freeze. Everything goes dark.
Are we about to get?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, we put ourselves into hibernation mode here.
Yeah. Or I guess we're gonna wake up somewhere maybe. I don't know.
I have
Or
not
unpaid.
seen either of the Frozen films, but I know so much that I feel like I've seen the first one. Yeah.
It has to be. Apparently, Elsa is a gay icon.
You wake up in the morning. You're still feeling weird. You try to remember where you were last night, but you can't remember. You think maybe you had a nightmare. You're hungry, so you head downstairs. You find a small restaurant called Hotel California, which is pretty much what it sounds like. You order food and sit down to eat.
Yeah, I feel like Mr. Freeze is head of the bandits, and that this woman
Mm-hmm.
has somehow saved us from Mr. Freeze.
Oh man.
Small restaurant.
great
Order the
day.
Hotel California special.
Yeah. I like. It's the Hotel California, which is pretty much what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But it's a restaurant?
You can never leave.
You gotta never leave. Is this prison?
You enjoy your meal until you realize you haven't eaten anything since breakfast.
Okay.
You start to wonder if you ate
What?
yesterday. Then you realize you haven't eaten anything today either. You begin to worry. What if you froze?
No.
What if you froze?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there you go. What do you got, Andy?
So existential.
Oh, I don't have anything.
Okay,
Daniel, how about you?
let's go find Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Question. If he is hiring bandits.
Bandits.
You hurry back to the hotel and call Mr. Freeze. You explain what happened and how you froze everyone. Mr. Freeze immediately comes to your aid. He takes you to his lair where you meet him. He explains that he knows exactly what happened to you. He explains that he once worked for Hans and he left after he got fired.
Hans!
Ah,
Oh my god. So, Mr. Freeze is our friend, I guess. Are we the bad guy?
I know.
Hi, Jam.
I thought for a second you said Han singular. I was like, oh my god, it's a Fast and Furious crossover.
yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw. We could encounter them at any time.
No.
Oh, Hans is a character from Frozen. Oh.
What he is.
Mr. Freeze asks. Mr. Freeze explains that he isn't sure, but he thinks he did. He explains that he believes that Hans killed you to prevent you from revealing his identity.
Oh my
He
God.
explains that he would love to kill Hans himself, but he needs money for his criminal activities.
Okay. I'm torn now. Mr. Freeze is helping us, but he's asking us to do something illegal. He's just- And don't you get money from your criminal activities? Why do you need money to start criminal? I need money to do crime.
Yeah, this is pay to play. I
You
guess.
gotta spend money to steal money.
I
Yeah.
guess. Mortgage the ice castle. Yeah, yeah.
Help Mr. Freeze commit crime. Hell yeah.
You agree to help Mr. Freeze. You tell him you need to steal a diamond necklace. Mr. Freeze agrees and gives you directions to the location. You follow his instructions and soon reach the location. You sneak up on the owner of the jewelry store and shoot him in the chest.
Oh
You
my
then use the
God.
necklace to make a
Jesus.
distraction while you escape.
Oh.
There's our first kill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. We have meters guests. Andy and Daniel. Yeah. We've got kills, deaths, whoopies, which is sex, fallbacks, and wholesome.
Yeah.
And this story, I thought it would be wholesome. It's turned it into a kill fest. We got our first kill.
Who knew Elsa was a ruthless gangster?
She's not even
From
using
Frozen.
her freeze power. She's just pulled out.
I
a
know.
gun.
She just shoots him in the chest.
You meet the son of the man you just murdered. He tells you that he has no idea why his father hired Hans. He does not ever know that his father is planning to rob a bank tomorrow. He tells you that he will give you $10,000 if you can catch Hans.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Wait, so the son of the guy I just killed's on our side?
Wow.
They're all
Holy cow.
bandits.
Yes, JR, this is using the
Yeah,
GPT-2.
Let's see.
And it's pretty awesome.
What is the GP2?
It's like a voice model that Google released, and that's what this whole thing is based off of. It's like the brain of this thing.
Hmm.
You return to the jewelry store and wait for Hans' arrival. You watch as he enters the store. Suddenly, you sense danger. Someone is following you. You quickly hide behind the counter. As you peek out, you see Hans enter the store. He points his gun at you. You draw your own weapon and fire at Hans. He ducks and runs away.
Whoa.
You got to give chase.
Yeah.
At this jewelry store / bank.
Yeah. Chase him and freeze him.
I like how he dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
I know. Is this Neo?
You chase Hans through the store. You stop when you see him running away from the building. You freeze him by pointing your finger at him. Hans screams and falls to the ground. You look around and see that you've frozen everyone else.
Oops.
Everyone except for Hans, and you are free.
We shotgun blasted the store.
Everyone.
So people eating their yogurt. They're just
Classic.
Wow. That's incredible. So everybody.
we just sprayed wildly into the.
Yeah, you reversed it.
You all gather together and discuss who is going to go after Hans. You all agree that you'll do it. You all head off to the bank. You walk through the woods and eventually arrive at the bank. The guards stand outside watching you. Hans walks in and sees you. He looks scared. He doesn't want to get caught.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice fun for you.
Yeah.
Hans turns around and freezes everyone else. You walk
Us?
over to
To
him
us?
and shake your hand. Hans says, "I'm sorry." You smile and say, "No problem." Hans begins to cry and begs you not to hurt him. You say, "Don't worry about it. It was an accident." You continue walking with Hans.
Please don't shoot us.
You give Hans a gentle little kiss on the lips. Hans smiles and thanks you. Hans continues to thank you and kisses you again. Finally, Hans stops thanking you and hugs you tightly. You both
Oh,
embrace
hell yeah.
each other. The two of you leave the bank and head towards the car. Hans drives and you drive. Soon, you arrive at the mansion.
Dang. This is becoming a Frozen porn parody here going on.
Let it go.
You pull Hans into the house and pat him on the back. Hans smiles and nods. You open the front door and step inside. A young woman opens the door and greets you. She's beautiful. Her hair is long and she wears a dress that shows off her
Who's
curves.
this Hans?
She introduces herself as Anna. Anna leads you upstairs and into a bedroom.
Is this the sister? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Anna,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wow, the AI knew
Yeah.
that. That's crazy.
You doing my sister, Hans? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
That's...
You remove Anna's dress and reveal her naked body. You caress her breasts and fondle her pussy.
Oh!
Anna gasps and moans. You kiss her passionately and then proceed to fuck her hard. Anna, oh my god.
shit.
Elsa, gasp, fuck yes. Anna, moan,
No.
let it go.
Oh my god!
Holy
I
fuck.
got a script that Disney needs to see immediately.
Oh my god. You
Oh
the
my
computer is so
God.
reluctant to have
Yeah.
sex in this.
Well, that's a whoopee counter, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's a whoopee.
Yeah, now Hans gets in the mix.
Yeah. According to anime, Anna was engaged to Hans, not
You
Elsa,
ask Hans if he wants to join you in bed. Hans looks down at you and smiles. He nods and smiles. You both sit on the floor and start kissing. You move to the bed and Hans sits next to you. You lift up Anna's dress and slide your
I
hands
fi-
under her
yeah.
panties. You grab her ass and begin to rub her clit.
Oh my god, why is it so detailed?
Wow.
Why is it so detailed? Realize you left the stove on at home and have to leave immediately. Yeah. Before this gets any more graphic, I feel like we might have to start a new one. Okay.
Oh
okay.
my
And
god.
then you thrust your cock deep into Anna. Anna cries out and squeals. You keep fucking her until you come. You collapse onto the bed and Anna stands up. She grabs your arm and whispers, "Let it
Another
go."
whoopee.
You nod and smile and release her grip. Anna pulls you close and kisses you deeply. You fall asleep.
Wow.
I'm worried to see what Andy's doing. Oh god.
Yeah.
The sun sets and you hear the sound of a carriage outside.
A carrot?
You wake up and realize that Olaf is standing outside the window.
Oh no.
He waves his arms and yells, "Come on." You run outside and jump into the carriage.
A
Olaf
carrot.
hops in too and they ride off into the night. You awake to find yourself sitting on a stone bench.
Ow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Olaf takes you away from Pound
Yeah.
Town.
Yeah.
If any child was watching
Olaf's a
this, they would be
cockblocker, man.
terrified, yes.
Can't believe it
Uh,
uses words like cock and clit and
Yeah.
Um,
It's
let's
usually
see.
not this. Yeah. This is the most explicit it's been, I
Yeah.
think. since we've-
It just happens to be Elsa Adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I guess it's really turned on my incest.
Alright.
You give Olaf a kiss and he smiles. You
Hell
decide
yeah.
to play some cards. You shuffle and deal and Olaf wins every time. After a few hours, you're tired and you lie down on the grass. Olaf gets up and goes to the nearby tree to smoke a cigarette. You notice he's wearing a hat. You wonder what he's doing.
That was sex for
Is it
Olaf.
Olaf?
Olaf plays cards. He doesn't have a little
Olaf
snow
is
pee-pee.
a little- He's the snowman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
The
god,
idea
smoke a cigarette.
Well, aces, baby. Yeah. You won't be in the Disney movie anymore.
I just love the idea of that little
You
snowman
shout at
smoking
Olaf for
cigarette.
smoking. Olaf ignores you and smokes a cigarette.
Damn.
You laugh and call him names. Olaf waves goodbye and leaves. You sigh and lay down. You think about how much fun this trip has been. You can't wait to take another one.
Yeah. It's been a
I don't know. That might be a good ending.
Yeah.
It's been a whoopee-filled adventure. Oh, but Tony's typing
Yeah.
something.
No. I was just.
Oh,
building
okay,
what I was
okay.
gonna read. I was like, this might be
Alright,
a good
yeah,
ending.
new game. Can we get a suggestion for another character? That would,
Wow.
I guess very well for Elsa.
Oh,
Is this
incredible.
entirely based on Google searches, Jason?
Not Google searches,
AI?
but it's based off of like they've like scraped stuff from the internet, so it's like a lot of it's a billion parameter internet thing that they.
There's a bunch of disgusting frozen slash fics, and that's why.
Yes,
that
Oh, I'm
happened.
sure.
Yeah, I am sure.
a lot of news articles. Yeah.
Specific.
Yeah.
Jr., you got a character you want to see, or Andy or Dan?
I can
Yeah,
start one.
start one up.
It's just you are right. Is that how you
Yes.
start it?
But and exclamation point next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing it right. So let's say we had 1 kill, 2 whoopies. Wow, 2 whoopies in the same adventure. Oh, JR says it scrapes from a lot of news articles.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Oh,
You can add any of that anime 2020 to your fanfic.
It sounds funny because I can hear Andy typing. It sounds like just somebody's like scurrying across like a wooden floor.
You are Frooglehorn up brunkish nerf hoarder from the planet Grumptonar? Grumptonia?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Frooglehorn? What's going on in day of Frooglehorn? Some mighty typings. Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
Hey honey, I'm going back to work, you say as you run out of the house.
Straight up
I'll
lying.
be
to Your
back in a
wife
few
right off the
minutes.
bat.
You run down the street, but you don't get far before you hear a loud explosion. It
Whoa.
sounds like it was right next to you. You turn around and see that the building is on fire.
One that my wife was just in?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh no!
You
Frooglehorn!
look at your wife's body being consumed by flames. She was so beautiful, she deserved better than this.
She deserves better than this.
Alright, that's a death. Potentially a kill, but
Right
right
off
now,
the
until the fire marshal comes, it's a death. Yeah, call the fire department. Let's get the.
They will save you. You run up the stairs and find your kids playing with their toys. You grab them both and hug them tightly. It's okay, Daddy, Mommy is safe.
Oh!
You kiss each one of them on the cheek. We're gonna make it, Dad, we're gonna make it. You
my
start
God.
crying again. Please, please let me live.
Oh, Jesus. And we're a big liar. We've lied.
Yeah, really lying.
Yeah,
to
like,
everybody
huge
in our
lies.
lives.
We've got to save these kids.
Oh my god.
Your tears fall onto the bodies of your
Come on.
children. They are all gone now. The world has changed too much for you to ever return. You die.
All right. That's another death. Yeah.
You die.
And maybe a wholesome encounter.
Oh,
All right,
God.
new game. That's our second fastest adventure.
The devil
Oh,
appears
okay,
before
we can,
you.
yeah. We can keep going. Okay, the devil appears before you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's have a hell adventure here. With
Hell yeah, dude.
Frooglehorn.
You die.
Don't ever lie to your
I
wife,
can't-
or else this will happen to you.
Oh my god.
Don't you lie to Anna.
Hello there, my name is Satan. He says, my name is Satan, and I am here to help you. What do you want? I want you to give me your soul. Why would I do that? Because if you don't, then you won't be able to enter heaven.
What? That sounds like a car salesman's. It's like, no, dude, I don't think.
Yeah.
You lie. I don't think that makes any sense whatsoever. Let us into fake heaven. Yeah.
Fine, but only if you promise me something. What is it? That you will never hurt me or anyone else ever again. Okay, what is it? Just trust me, okay? You nod slowly. All right, I'll take your soul. The devil smiles.
Yeah, maybe this is all a dream sequence.
Did you have something, Daniel?
Yeah, I was just reading it.
Okay.
Oh.
You lie to the devil.
He burns in hell for the rest of eternity. He goes, nice try.
You lie to the devil.
He knows. Alright, I think it's new game time.
Yeah.
Game
Game
time.
time.
That was
Yeah,
fast.
that was a fast one.
I can't believe I'm
so dark so
Yeah.
fast.
Stop lying. Summon the spirits of your dead kids. Yeah.
He can't cope with watching his entire family burn up, so he just died.
Can we get another suggestion of a character? JR, you got something? Daniel?
How do you do it?
So for the first one, you do you are, and then like whoever you want to be, and any special details about you. So like you are George Washington. You can never tell a lie. And then the second one is like, where are you? Poseidon's brother, Poseidon. Yeah. I think we might do that next, JR. That's a good one.
Yeah.
The god of pee. Okay. You are and then next. Let me...
Oh yeah, you gotta write that plus next.
Yeah, exclamation
no,
point next.
There we go. New game. I got it. And then... There you go. And now the next one is exclamation point next, and then what's going on currently in the day of Charles.
What's going on?
Let's see if we can keep our main character alive for longer than 4 lines this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and then, yeah, I got it again.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure you start with exclamation point next for stuff.
Yeah, every command.
Okay.
You walk into your house and see that your wife is still asleep.
Oh, no.
She was out partying with her friends last night and she has been drinking since before noon today. She will be awake soon enough. You go upstairs and grab a bottle of Jack Daniels, which you had left on the kitchen counter, and head back downstairs. You throw it at her face as hard as you can.
Oh no!
This is what starting with anger issues gets you, Daniel. The characters.
I didn't
The
know.
characters are angry enough.
That line, "she will be awake soon enough," seemed just like I didn't realize how menacing that was going to be.
I got
As
nothing.
hard as you can. Oh my god.
You turn yourself in to the police, who take you away. Your wife comes home and finds you lying on the floor in front of her, bleeding profusely. She screams and runs out of the house. The cops arrive shortly after and arrest you.
Okay.
Maybe you got yourself bailed out.
Yeah, we were back, yeah. Let's try to make this a wholesome one. Yeah, let's
You plead guilty
Yeah.
and go to
It's
jail.
already,
Please.
Okay.
Guilty and go to
Very
jail.
matter of fact. In jail, find religion. Okay.
After serving your sentence, you meet William, who takes you to the local saloon where you drink until dawn.
no.
After waking up, you realize you forgot to pack any clothes, so you decide to go shopping. The next day, you get dressed and leave your cell.
William is like a
What?
guard that like breaks us out of jail to go drinking very heavily.
But it says the next day you get dressed and leave your cell.
Yeah, who knows?
So maybe it's like weekend jail.
Yeah.
Weekend jail, yeah.
William H. Macy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To get
You ask William to get you a poster of Rita Hayworth for your cell. He says he doesn't know anyone who sells them anymore. You tell him that you'll find someone else. The next day you return to William's place and he tells you that he sold them all but one. It was in a drugstore in town.
Nice.
Yeah, what? Yeah, is it William H. Macy just sitting for a role?
Yeah, he's in jail because he tried to get his daughter into
Oh,
college.
yeah.
At USC.
And what are all these Rita Hayworth posters? Why this is a rarity now? Yeah. Why are they selling
The
it?
next day you return to William's place again and he gives you a poster of Rita Hayworth. I'm sorry about this, William. First, didn't mean to sell them all. You thank him and leave.
Okay. But, okay. The very low stakes adventure. You would have to get a picture, a poster. That's just gonna be confiscated for contraband anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. This is how it happened.
You help William illegally get his daughter into USC by giving him $1,000 cash and telling him to get her into school.
Okay.
When he gets to the
That's
door, he
illegal.
sees a guard and asks if he can come in. He does, and when he opens the door, he sees a girl wearing a red dress. She looks like Rita Hayworth and she smiles.
Okay. Is it Rita Hayworth?
Yeah.
Or she just looks like... Is William trying to silence us? Yeah.
You fall in love with William's daughter who looks like Rita Hayworth.
Okay, maybe we just did it.
No, good, good.
You have something, Jason?
Nah.
Okay.
You marry William's daughter while in prison and
happens.
have a conjugal visit honeymoon.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, man. It's not giving us anything.
Okay. Break out of jail. Move to...
With a rock hammer.
Yeah. Move to Brazil. With your new wife.
Your new wife.
Bring out jail from Brazil with your new wife. And start fresh.
You break out of jail, move to Brazil with your new wife, and start
Oh,
fresh.
come on. Alright.
It's
yeah,
giving
might
you
be-
all,
Maybe I can revert.
Might have reached the end of the line.
Can I revert these? And then, get a call from the FBI and USC about illegal activities.
You get a call from the FBI and USC about illegal activities. They want you to come in immediately or they will do it themselves. You don't think you should deal with this right now.
Sorry, we're in jail.
You deal with this right now.
oh, come on!
Whoa.
You break out of jail to visit the FBI. They tell you that they need you to come in immediately or they will do it themselves. You agree and enter the building.
Okay.
Inside you see two men holding guns to another man who is tied to a chair.
Jesus.
FBI agents, you shout. They open fire, killing both men instantly.
fuck?
Wow. This
FBI agents.
college entrance is like a criminal enterprise here. God damn.
Yeah.
Yikes. The woman that killed them is who's the lady who kicked this whole thing off? What's her name? Yeah, I'm very
Felicity Huffman or something.
Greater than you
yeah.
escape the building, you run out of the building and hide behind a car. A few minutes later, you hear gunfire outside. You run inside the building and find several people dead and others running around screaming. You try to stay calm and not panic. You look through the window and see a man standing over a body with a pistol in his hand.
Jesus Christ.
You see Felicity Huffman rolling up on FBI headquarters with a tank. She yells at the top of her lungs and points the gun at the windows. She fires a shot which hits the glass and splinters it. Then she starts firing at the agents. One agent shoots her twice in the leg and she falls off the tank. Another agent grabs her and tosses her onto the ground.
Wow, Felicity.
Wow.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
She did shoot at it though. Killing a lot of people, presumably.
My God. This has gone too far, Felicity.
I've lost track of
Yeah,
all
I
the
know.
kills. Don't do it.
Well, she saved my life. She told me what happened to you and I want to know why. Well, I guess we better let her live then. You say, okay, I understand.
Better let her
Let's
live
let her
then.
live.
Or is that sarcastic? Well, I guess since you said she's okay, we better let her live.
Yeah. I know.
Even though she somehow obtained a tank and rolled it up on the FBI without them knowing.
You ask Felicity Huffman for her autograph. She agrees and signs it. You give it to her and she thanks you.
Alright, she's just gonna casually forget everything that just happened.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah. Oh.
Confess to Felicity Huffman you can't name a single movie or TV show she's been in.
I can't.
She thinks you're joking and laughs.
She thinks you're joking. Oh no, tell her you're serious.
Yeah.
And start crying. Felicity Huffman says, oh, well, that makes things easier for you. Well, I suppose it would be easy if you could remember everything, but you can't. So I guess you just got lucky.
What? A little non sequitur there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely alpha this here. So.
And Felicity Huffman says, sure, why not?
Hey!
We've never done anything
Alright.
before, but I'd love to spend time with you.
Yeah. She's just down for anybody that could watch her blow up FBI headquarters with a tank and be like, you want to date me? Alright. Get romantic.
Yeah.
Well, what else is there to do?
You
in
take
Kansas?
Felicity Huffman on a date to TGI Fridays. You buy some food and sit down to eat while she orders a drink. You talk about movies and other stuff while drinking. Eventually you finish your drink and she finishes hers. She goes to put the bottle back and you grab it and pull her towards you.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go a quick
Do
bathroom
you
break.
remember when this guy?
Be
Do you
right
guys
back.
remember when this guy threw a bottle of Jack
Okay.
Daniels at his wife's head?
I know.
Yeah, this guy doesn't deserve it.
This guy doesn't deserve this.
You invite Felicity Huffman back to your place to see your Desperate Housewives memorabilia collection. She accepts and you watch as she takes pictures of your items. After a while you notice she has left without paying for her drinks. You go back to your room and check your phone. There is no message from Felicity Huffman.
She didn't pay for her booze.
Alright, what'd I miss?
We went back to my place, to our place, to watch Felicity, to look at our Desperate Housewives memorabilia collection.
Okay. Oh no, yeah, we forgot our anger problem.
No.
That's right.
You get angry and text her asking her where she was. She doesn't reply, so you assume she went home. You decide to wait until after work and go to the store. You buy a bunch of random shit and head back home. After work, you go to your
Random
house
shit.
and knock on the door. No one answers, so you go back to the store.
Oh, you got it, Daniel? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
And don't say get angrier.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I forgot that's why we went to jail.
You
Oh my
send a
God.
text message to Felicity Huffman telling her that you killed your first
Well, she
wife.
didn't die.
She replies saying, "Good job." You feel bad and apologize.
Good job, Felicity Huffman's a psychopath.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What is going on, Felicity?
Well, you know what? This is the person that, wanted to get her daughter into college at no cost, so she would say good job.
Yeah, we're totally lying.
You are excited that Felicity emasculates you. You continue texting each other and eventually she texts you back and tells you to meet her at the mall. You agree and leave the store. When you arrive at the mall, you see Felicity waiting for you. She looks like she just came from a strip club.
Whoa.
She asks you if you were ready to fuck.
Whoa!
We're back.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah.
back, baby. Are you
we're
ready?
good. Everyone's just gonna turn into a porno. Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah, just say, yeah,
Yeah.
we ready. Yeah.
You say yes and head to the JCPenney dressing room. Once there, you undress and proceed to have sex with Felicity.
Whoopee
The
cow.
pair of
Alright,
you
great.
enjoy yourself and end up having sex again later that
Two
night.
whoopies.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
four whoopies.
Two whoopies. Two
Four
whoopies.
We just had sex with a criminal mastermind, though. We're pretty much hers. We're her property now.
Later then, you are happy you made the right choice. You are happy you made the right choice. You have a baby girl.
Whoa!
Hey!
Is that a wholesome end? I guess. She did try to blow up FBI headquarters. I don't know how I feel about it.
How are they?
Yeah.
Both had
Greater than you are happy you made the right choice. You are happy you made the right choice. You have a baby girl.
Okay, copy pasta. Alright, trick. Come on, break out of the loop.
You lie to William H. Macy about the baby being his. He gets mad and storms out of the store. You call him a liar and he calls you a bitch. You both argue and throw things. Finally you calm down and hug each other. You say, "We did it, baby girl. Now you can finally move on with your life."
Okay, that's better. That's better. That's better than I was doing.
You kiss William H. Macy goodbye and say, "See you soon." William H. Macy walks away and leaves the store. You cry and think about all the pain you caused him.
Wow.
Wow.
Turns into yeah. Why did we lie? Lie, sir.
Wonder how it all
A few
came to
days
this.
pass and you still haven't heard anything from William H. Macy. You don't know what to do anymore. You decide to contact him via email. William H. Macy writes back, "Hey man, sorry about the whole yelling thing yesterday.
Oh,
It
okay.
was really hard for me too. Anyway, I'm glad you're doing better now."
He's a great actor, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell. They're all gone, Doc.
You write back, "Thanks. I'm feeling much better now. Thanks again for saving my life." William H. Macy responds, "No problem man, I appreciate it." You say, "Well, I'll try to keep it that way." William H. Macy sends you a picture of himself holding a baby. He says, "That's my daughter,
Oh.
Felicity Huffman."
Oh, no.
Get angry. Get the most angry you've ever been in your life.
no.
He's taking our baby. William H. Macy is stealing our child.
Oh my god.
You get the most angry you've ever been in your life at William H. Macy. You scream at him and slam the phone against the wall. You yell at him for lying to you and then you start crying. William H.
William H.
You tell William H. Macy you slept with his wife. He laughs and says, "Oh yeah? Well, I guess we should be glad you didn't kill her because she would have sued us anyway."
Oh!
Damn, that is a
man.
personal dig
Oh,
against Virtual Charles here.
What a mess.
This guy's got a dick.
Yeah, no.
I feel like we're about to explode. Get a take, drive to William H. Macy.
Yeah, get a take.
Oh god. Oh god.
You laugh and agree with William H. Macy. You say, "I guess you got lucky," and hang up. A couple of weeks pass and
Wow.
you hear a knock on your
Oh.
door. You open it and find Felicity Huffman standing
Oh.
outside. She smiles when she sees you. You smile back and embrace her. They kiss and embrace and you hold them both while they cry.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, wow.
So is it William H. Macy and Felicity?
No, I think
or just you two?
Felicity and also Felicity. Maybe Felicity.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I
Maybe.
see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, ask him about in the sequel to Marmaduke.
That seems like a good
Yeah.
ending. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah. Unless Tony's got something.
We got there.
No, I'm good. Let's end
Okay,
it there.
We
Yeah.
got there. Wow, what a
That was
journey.
kind of a wholesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a real wholesome story that started with.
Oh man, it
Starting
started
a
really
Jack
gruesome.
Daniels bottle. That was a challenge. Oh, good.
Goes downstairs and gets the Jack Daniels bottle and throws it at her. And
Oh, that
Oh
was
my-
so. She's like, she's
That
not,
came out so
will
hot.
be soon.
she's not up, but she will be soon.
Oh,
That seemed
God.
like an innocuous line. Holy shit.
All right, now we can do JR's Poseidon. You are
Ooh.
Piss.
Some Greek mythology?
Pissideon.
Well, it's Pissideon, the brother of
Brother.
Poseidon, right? Isn't that what JR said?
Brother.
The god of piss?
Yes.
Yeah, the god of urine. But if you're peeing in the ocean, who would know? That's why it's so angry.
Yeah.
God, Piss, and brother of Poseidon. What's your superpower, Piss? Yeah. You can pee.
Unlimited urination.
Yeah. And never stop. Or you could pee. You have unlimited piss. There we go. I have a feeling this one is gonna get sexual too.
Mhm.
What's Poseidon doing?
You have,
Where's he at?
he's he's you have unlimited piss.
Yeah. Yes.
I would say you apply for a job at the sanitation department. Oceanary sanitation.
Ooh.
Apply at
Okay.
Ocean. Sanitation. Business. Okay. You have lied extensively on your resume.
Okay.
You beat with the CEO.
JR says that you can pee from your. He's able to pee from his butt.
Okay. And
So I think everything. Yeah.
tells you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
JR.
thanks, JR.
Yeah. Thank you for that anatomy lesson.
He says that they need a janitorial worker to help them clean up their ocean frontage. They will pay you $10 an hour. You agree and go home. A few days later, you get a call from the boss saying that you were hired.
Okay, I feel like
All
we're
right.
trying to infiltrate and work our way up so that we can destroy the ocean sanitation business and just fill the ocean with pee.
Oh, is this like a mob
I
story kind
think
of?
so.
Mm-hmm. Guys, it's Goodfellas, but it's in the ocean.
Yeah. What if the god of piss was one of us?
So they're plotting to take down the sanitation department.
I
Is that what
from the inside.
think so. Yeah, $10 an hour is pretty low too, even for a janitor, especially for a janitor.
You tell your dad Zeus about your new job and start plotting to take down the sanitation department from the
Nice.
inside.
Oh, just matter of factly.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yes.
You enlist Jason Momoa to help you. He agrees and goes to work for you. Soon, you have a team of people working for you. The company grows rapidly. Years pass.
Wow.
Wow. Years
Wow.
pass.
Oh my god.
Jason Momoa gets shit done. So we started our own sanitation department, or we have a team of
Years
secret
pass.
agents. Oh, what?
Years
Yeah.
pass.
Okay.
Years pass. Years pass.
Years
Oh
pass.
my god.
we might be in a loop, but I think we can get out of it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Start phase 2. Start faking or start pissing in the ocean.
You start phase 2, start pissing in the ocean. It is not as profitable as it could be though. Your business fails and you lose everything. You are
Oh,
broke.
no.
A year passes.
Oh my
Oh!
god!
We blew it! We shouldn't have started phase 2 so soon!
And we lost a year. I think we're gonna get in a loop of like a year passes after everything's here.
Years of piss.
Yeah.
You could say he pissed his business away.
Mm. Years piss.
Years pissed.
Your dad Zeus is embarrassed by your mere existence. He sends you away to live with his sister who has a family. You leave her house and move into a trailer park. You do this until one day you realize that you still have no money. You decide to steal some food from a convenience store. When you return, you find out that the owner was killed.
Jesus.
Okay. Wasn't our fault. We just robbed the guy.
Jean Valjean? Yeah.
Good lord.
Good lord. The owner of the trailer park?
Yeah.
The owner of the trailer park was killed?
No, the owner of the convenience store. Oh, wait, the owner. Yeah, wait, the owner.
God.
Yeah, it's kind of
What
ambiguous.
owner? Go into hiding.
You go
in
into
the
hiding in
ocean.
the ocean. You spend years living there. Eventually, you die of starvation.
No!
Oh,
no!
Oh.
We not. That's
Wait,
it.
wait.
Years passed.
Years passed.
You get brought back to life by Aquaman. You are now a mermaid.
Yay! The Lord of Piss is now a mermaid. We die of starvation. What? We didn't eat the stuff we stole from the convenience store?
You accidentally murder everyone in a clownfish family except the father and one of his sons.
Okay, thank you, yeah. Yeah.
Greater than you finally come back to life. You finally come back to life. You are now a human again.
Oh.
That's good.
You are human again.
Yeah.
Continue. Oh, you got anything? Yeah.
Greater than you kill all your brothers and sisters. You kill all your brothers and sisters.
You kill all your brothers and
Wow.
sisters.
Twice.
They're not fish people, father.
Just because you missed me
We-
a mermaid.
Yeah. I will make them fish people, father. Yeah. Staple tuna fins onto all the dead corpses.
You go to work at a fish market. You make enough money to buy a boat and sail off to sea. You
Oh, no.
never see land again.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh. He's got to be like 7 years old at this point.
Yeah.
so many times in this story it said
You
years
piss on the
pass.
fish.
Yeah, years pass.
Okay. Oh, Twitch is stuttering like crazy. Uh-oh.
Greater than you go to work at a fish market. You go to work at a fish market. You make enough money to buy a boat and sail off to sea.
Whoa.
You never see land again.
All right, that's the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
I guess.
one last thing.
Wow.
You buy a $4,000 mermaid costume off the internet.
Ah.
Mm.
You buy a yellow raincoat, change your name to Gorton. You become a millionaire. You are now
Ah.
immortal.
Wow.
All right. You are now immortal. Gordon's fisherman becomes immortal. Okay. Yeah, might as well.
You try to become a mermaid again. You fail miserably.
Oh,
Yes, here we go. Yeah. Right at the end there, trying to get a dig in. Well, daddy.
You plan to kill Zeus. You go to the beach where you used to play as a child.
Yeah, the beach.
You look around and notice a sign that reads Zeus Island. You walk over to the sign and read it aloud. Zeus Island is a place where
That's
only
weird.
the rich can afford to live. There is
Oh my
nothing here
God.
but sand, rocks, and sharks.
We're trying.
Zeus
We
Island.
know we can't kill our
That
dad,
sounds-
so we have to kill an island that's named after him.
Alright. Zeus Island is only a place where rich people can afford to live. This. We're talking about Epstein's
Yeah.
Island. That, like,
Yeah.
You deface the Zeus Island sign with your piss.
All right. Yep.
no.
Touch Aphrodite's feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Zeus slaps you. You are now a free man.
Oh. Oh wow. Okay. Congrats.
this one is taking wild swings. Like,
Greater than you kiss him goodbye.
Okay. All right.
wow.
uh.
Greater than you are now a mermaid.
Yeah!
Hey!
That's how you do it, baby.
Good job.
Right.
Did it. I did
You are now a
it.
mermaid. You swim towards the shoreline and pee on the entire island. Everyone dies. You are now immortal.
All right.
Wow.
Now that's a good ending.
Yeah.
Shoreline and pee on the entire island. Everyone dies. You are now immortal. I'm gonna screenshot this
Yeah.
one.
All right, I think that's a good end to the episode, everybody. Thanks for joining us. See you
right.
tomorrow at 8. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Andy and
It was
Daniel.
fun.
You got anything to plug?
Having us. We're doing live streams every night of the week at Planet Ant. I personally am doing live streams of my podcast, Homerphilia podcast, a show about The Simpsons, every Sunday and Thursday at 7.
Cool.
Cool.
Daniel, you got anything to plug?
Are you
Yeah,
still
watch. No, just watch the Ant live streams. They're
Yeah, on YouTube.
funny.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
That's it, guys. Thanks.
Bye. Thanks.
Thanks, Anime 2020.
Yeah.